Welcome Gemini to the space. Happy January 2024. I'm Esme. This is Queer Witch Tarot, and yeah, I'm going to be doing your reading for January 2024. We're going to be having a little look at your general energy at the time, any challenges, any things that you might need to overcome, and if there's any advice from Spirit to see how you might be able to help yourself through this time. Some of you may or may not know astrologically at the moment we've just had Pluto go from Capricorn into Aquarius for the next 20 years. That is a huge shift. This weekend's been an intense feeling for many people. Lots of processing, lots of transformation, lots of life changes, lots of realizations around what's needed to bring humanity and the universe into this next kind of stage. Yeah, it's a really vital period, so I am wishing you softness and blessings around this time. We're going to start, as we have been doing for the rest of the signs, with the Earth Warrior Oracle deck. Just before we do go into that, I just want to read out a little bit about Gemini that I've done some research for. So Gemini is ruled by the planet Mercury, which, as we know, is the planet of communication. The way that Gemini expresses this is through outwardly expressing emotional processing. Gemini has a lot of output, and you process information quite rapidly. You're very fluid and you're a very open thinker. Gemini is said to be the social butterfly of the zodiac, and the empowered Gemini has no hidden agendas. It's all very clear, very open. You're very playful and intellectually curious. You're constantly juggling hobbies, friends, relationships, career, all of that kind of stuff. You guide us through change and transformation. So I feel like this Pluto shift is really significant for you as a guide to the rest of us. You're a fearless thinker, and you're always keen to try something new. You're also ruled by the third house, which is said to be the house of sharing. Basically, this is a house of learning, growth, curiosity, intellect, and also thoughts around education and learning. So it's a brief oversight of the Gemini energy. So whether you be a Gemini sun, moon, or rising, this is for you. Take it as you will, take what's useful, leave anything that's not, basically. Okay, so we're going to start with the Earth Warriors. Let's have a look. Okay. Oh, nice. We've gone in and we've instantly got 2 cards come through. Both of them have birds on, sign of freedom. Most of them are quite, they have almost AFAB looking people, women on there. 2 cards of grace and beauty and freedom. Yeah, there's a real happy energy around Gemini, which is really lovely. Even though there may be some difficulty going on, there is overall a general positive outcome going through. So you've got number 5, which is the rare intersect of heaven and earth. Some of you may be going through some real shifts in spirituality and intuition, maybe even physical sensitivity. You might be more aware of other energies, or more aware of energetic boundaries for yourself or other people. You might be aware of more openness as well within your heart space, or just within knowing. Some of you may be getting some strong downloads and listening coming through. Yes, this is a real strength. This is a real strength of yours, which is coming into fruition around this time, and listening to these thoughts and trusting what it is that you feel is going to really help you and really empower you in these next steps to learn to trust yourself, as well as learn to trust the environment and the space, and understand that you are acting as that space, you are acting as your intuition. The second card is Sweet Paradox of Empowering Grace. I think that again really speaks to it. Just yeah, like understanding the interconnectivity of all of life and understanding that you're part of this web, and you know, your voice is really important. Got a hummingbird here, the hummingbird sings sweetly, right? Always singing its song, always communicating, always letting everyone else around you know what's going on. That is a blessing, a real blessing. Maybe there's some boundaries as well there. Maybe there's some more like active listening to be had from you. But yeah, overall, like a real like generosity and a real yumminess. This is really, yeah, it's really lovely. So that's the kind of overall vibe right now for you, is like physical and spiritual growth. Physical in terms of like the sensuality side of things. That's like your overall kind of like lesson maybe for January. Can have a look at what else have we got coming in for Gemini in 2024. We're going on to the Rider-Waite Tarot deck now. Gemini, what have we got in store for you? Maybe we'll pull a Celtic Cross, which is 8 cards. Let's see. Yeah, what's the heart of the matter? What is going on for Gemini? What is on your mind right now? What is a thing which is coming up that you're needing to process or handle or deal with or get in check for? Ooh, okay. Let's have a little pick up here. Interesting, lots of masculine cards have just fallen through. Okay, I'm gonna do something which I haven't done yet in one of these readings, but I often do for myself. Basically, it's where I have a spread and we have the first cards, but then I ask for another set of cards to basically double on top of the spread to give like the behind the scenes, gives us a little bit more information and context behind each card. So we're going to ask for another 8 cards, please, from the tarot to help us understand what Gemini is dealing with right now. So we've got the heart of the matter, which is currently the 3 of Wands in reverse, which is speaking to looking outside of yourself or observing like your current situation and really deciding, is it worth it for you? Is this thing providing you happiness and security and safety? Or is this thing a fearful space coming from scarcity, a feeling of lack of community, or a lack of love, or a lack of wealth, finance? You know, finance is a really difficult one at the moment. Maybe we don't have more cards coming through. I'm just going to keep shuffling there because it feels quite nice. Just had justice come through. So yeah, there is definitely like an observant kind of energy and an ask to understand what it is that is going on right now. Like, is this providing you with happiness, or is this not an okay thing, you know? Aeroplane mode is activated. Okay, so yeah, like we said, heart of the matter is this kind of energy, you know, a real like turning inwards and looking inside of your world, looking at what is currently there and looking at if there's space to grow the things that you want to grow, or observing, does something need to change for me? What we have blocking this energy, like blocking the ability to maybe do this to the best standard possible, like the highest standard possible for yourself, is the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, this Queen is kind of like looking at what it is that we do have with us, and I don't know, there's a kind of a feeling coming through of, well, this is how it has to be, this is what it is, this is what I've got, this is the best what I've got. You know, there's a real low energy, and it's not resentful, it's and it's not resilient. It's resilient in a way, it's resigned. It's a real resigned energy, like the heart space feels really closed right now. So yeah, if you're resonating with this, if you're feeling like you've kind of closed yourself off to possibilities, or you're fearful, or you're, you know, in this space of like processing what it is that you have around you and really deciding whether this is right or not, give yourself a bit of space just to like meditate and clear your energy, open up your channels a bit and ask for the best possible solution for you right now. You know, the Queen of Pentacles is a powerful card, but it isn't necessarily a light card. You know, there is a darkness to it. It's kind of a shadow kind of side. Like the feminine in these spaces are tending to be a bit more towards the darkness, like the yin or the yang. I think it's the yin. I got this wrong in another reading, so yeah, you know, there's a lot of beauty like around this person, but there's a real focus on just one material thing. So I don't know whether this is a career situation or a relationship or a home living situation, but if you're not in the best possible space for yourself, if your external reality isn't vibrating or matching your standards, you know, like, you know, really reflect on the standard that you have for yourself. What is it which is going to really please you long term, not just short term? What is it that is going to really fulfill you in life right now, as well as provide you like a decent and like effortless step towards where it is that you really want to be going. This is a really nice reading, actually. It's very, very succinct. The thing which can ground you at this time is reversed Emperor. Quite a masculine energy, very clear, like extremely clear. Like you will know, you do know, you know? Like trust that you know, like we said in the beginning with these cards, like really trust that what you are feeling and experiencing is how it is. Do not gaslight yourself. Please do not gaslight yourself. Really stand your ground. Really like know that your voice is important, and like clean up all the edges, you know, like don't leave cobwebs in the corners. Get rid of those cobwebs. Sometimes cleaning your space and making your living space is actually a really positive ritual for this kind of like metaphysical or mental shift when it comes to boundaries and understanding self-worth. Like if you're able to keep your room space like a positive influence and a real fresh space and a real like a space that really reflects you, then you're going to be able to carry that easier into the rest of your life, because you've kind of sorted that out for yourself. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. So much going on. Okay, slightly chaotic reading. Thing that is crowning you at the moment is the Hermit. So this is the thing which you can kind of like be like, well, yeah, I've got this. So that's something, you know. This is something I can really put in place right now and really be like, I'm owning it because. So I'm owning it because I'm the Hermit. You know, I'm taking time by myself. It's coming up to Imbolc as well, so we're in a place of like darkness. It's been a dark winter, as always, and you are the Hermit. You have the ability to shine the torch and look at the shadow side, look at the more difficult things in life, bring some vibrancy and empowerment to yourself in those spaces. You know, if you've been in neglectful situations, whether you're like neglecting yourself at work or in a relationship or at home, it's a real time of like shifting internally, shifting this energy for yourself so that you can be better in life, so you can really like live a life which makes you really happy. We all deserve that, you know, we all deserve this like real happy space. Yeah, just looking at the Emperor again. Yeah, Gemini, it's a real space and a real time for you this January to sit with yourself and really get yourself in check. Maybe speak to a Capricorn friend or an Earth sign friend who can, or even a fire friend, someone that can empower you and help you get organized and help you kind of plan these next steps. You know, you're very wide thinking, you're very like infused by life. And it's time to kind of make sure that you're getting that infusement back. So if there's any parts of your life which aren't giving you the love that you require and that you deserve, it's time to, you know, flush that space up. Like, give yourself the love that you deserve in those spaces. If that isn't possible at all, then maybe it's time to cut that off. You know, create a full cycle and walk away, because then you've got space for all this other new juicy magic to come in. So we've got the Eight of Wands in your past. This is specifically when it comes to like looking at your life and looking at the heart of the matter, which, you know, we've got the Justice and we've got the Three of Wands. So yeah, maybe in the past, maybe even the quite recent past, you had a lot of things on your mind, you had a lot of things that you wanted to do, and you were quite infused and you had a lot of enthusiasm for all these different aspects of your life. You know, you felt positive about your relationships and your work and your buddies and your career and family and money, all of these things. Whether or not you had it at the time, like positively, you had the mental space and you had the like awareness and building blocks of what it is that you needed to do to come to this space of positivity and of safety and being held. So yeah, what is it that you can bring from your past into this time now? Maybe there needs to be an opening. I always suggest journaling, you know. Maybe there needs to be some organised thinking about what it is that you can do to really get the most out of life right now. For your soon-to-come future, we have the Knight of Wands. So Wands, it's really about the action. You've been thinking these things for a long time, and now it's time to put it in place. Like, it's time to like get your books in check, you know. It's time to really clean up whatever messes are left in your life and move on. And yeah, the Knight of Wands is kind of, it's giving a acknowledgement to any like fear around taking these steps, you know. There's like like a fear or a timidness, but there's also like a I'm alive, like I am doing this shift. Like it might seem and feel difficult, but ultimately, you know, it's for the best. Yeah, there's a travel, there's a shift, you know, there's definitely movement in this space. You're definitely about to create a larger change for yourself, you know, whether that be you're moving or you're breaking up or you're quitting your job or you're buying something new. Like, there is something that you are deciding not to do to bring something new in. We've got the thing that you're kind of most fearful for, but that you like want most for yourself. You know, you've got the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles back to back. It's quite an interesting image that I haven't seen. I haven't seen two cards like this together in the spread before. And you know, they're facing in opposite directions. Like, if you were to see what I can see now, you've got the Knight of Wands, which is like your soon-to-be future. It's very much, it's facing the heart of the matter. It's facing the things that you're currently dealing with. This card, the thing that you ultimately want and the thing that you ultimately might fear, is the Knight of Pentacles, and it's facing the complete opposite way. You know, like the whole body has turned at this point. It is completely, I need newness. Like, I am in a new space. Like, I need everything fresh. It's a very, very, very strong card. You know, you've got the yellow, you've got the solar plexus. It's a strong of power. Excuse me. A strong of power. It's a card of power. It's a card of strength, you know. And you've got a lot of that on this board. In this spread, you've got a lot of yellow solar plexus and you've got a lot of blue intuition, third eye. I think ultimately you need to trust yourself and trust that what you are about to change in your life is for the best. Like, you need this shift. You've been in this space for too long. You've been putting up with the same stuff for too long. You deserve better. Yeah, you know, you're on your way to deliver the pentacle here, which is the physical new space. You're delivering it to yourself, you know. So the final card of the spread is the World. This is what you're heading towards, Gemini. This is what you are stepping into with the shifts that you're making. This card is fulfillment. You know, this card is acceptance. This card is peace, both like inner and outer. It's a really, really profound time for you. Kind of feel called just to read a little bit from a book on what the World card says. Oh. So the World, yeah. Positive meaning, it literally just says finding ultimate success. So that's what you're stepping into, Gemini. This is really good. I'm just going to see and ask for tarot if there is any thing or any advice to kind of support you in this time, whether it be like just another message of, you know, like trust yourself. Well, here we go. Here's the message. You've had the Hierophant and the World, so super clear, Gemini. Trust yourself. Like, I'm getting emotional in this. I'm getting worked up. It's like Spirit is saying, please stop avoiding yourself. Please stop not listening to yourself. Like look, this is you. It's kind of like an image of the Pope or something, but it's like, you know your word, you know your truth, you know God's word, Spirit's word, because it is you. This ultimate success is coming for you because you are making it. Thank you, Gemini. I hope this has been really helpful. This has been a very powerful reading, and yeah, I really feel you. I really feel how difficult it might be to create these shifts. I really feel the turbulence that you're experiencing. Maybe not all of you are experiencing too much turbulence, I hope, but for some of you there is something quite significant, you know. Yeah, you've just had the same cards come out again with an added Queen of Swords, sorry. Trust your thoughts. So that came out with the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands from the reading that we've just done together. Like, the fact that these cards are coming out again is just so clear. Like, please trust yourself. Please do what you need to do. Please take care of yourself. You are your number one priority. Life will give you what you give it. If you're not giving yourself everything that you need, life will not give that back to you. Life will give you the gaps in between. I love you, Gemini. Please take care, and yeah, talk to you soon. See you next month. I just wanted to bring a little bit of softness to the reading. I just wanted to finish it up by reading the Knight of Pentacles, which was your kind of like ultimate desire through this reading, and the thing which is kind of coming into fruition, you know, the change. So it says, but the knight and his steed are depicted in a freshly ploughed field, quietly contemplating their surroundings. The image is a peaceful one, and the knight is peaceful. The knight is a peaceful, gentle fellow with an infinite patience and tolerance. He is kind and trustworthy and will carry out the task to completion no matter how long it takes. He always reaches his goal because he never gives up, and he always sets his sights on achievable rewards. He is unlike the Knight of Wands, who is the soon-to-come future that you had, who often gets waylaid by something interesting or fun. So just a little bit more context, I guess, for your specific situation is, you know, maybe there is a patience and a gentle kind of energy to flow with. Yeah, it can be easy to get like wrapped up in the energy and the emotion of what you have coming through you, and maybe it can be difficult to stay rooted and grounded through that. Yeah, it says the Knight of Pentacles plods on without frenzy or excitement, but his plodding wins him the rewards. He is kind to animals and children and loves all things returning to nature. He indicates just such a person, unadventurous with utter reliability. Maybe this is something to kind of bring forward for yourself. His qualities of perseverance and capacity for honest, hard work are often sought by others. As an event, he stands for an eventual positive outcome of a situation which has dragged on for a long while or which has appeared fruitless. So yeah, just a little bit more positivity and excitement for you, really. Like what it is that you're gonna create and achieve for yourself is incredible, and it's what's wanted. So yeah, that's my final blessing to you as Swamp Gemini. Like I said, take care. I hope this has been helpful. Please share this channel, comment below if it's helped you, and subscribe if you wish to. I speak again to you soon, I hope.